So this is my third book, and in between my second book and this book, I had gotten a screenwriting job with Clever Movies, and so I was writing scripts for them on a regular basis, and had honestly kind of lost my passion and drive to write. And a friend of mine named Kimberly basically encouraged me by kicking me in the spiritual cojones and told me I better not quit. And so the next book I wrote was this one. And this honestly is one of my favorite things I've ever made. I love the content in here. This was a turning point. I feel like because I'd spent 2 years as a screenwriter, that all of my writing got better. And it was also just a great time. Also, just want to point out the autograph that's on here is from Chris Sabat, who is the voice of Zorro, All Might, Vegeta. I wrote a Majin Vegeta chapter in here and asked Chris to sign it for me. And we had a really great interaction that went along with that. And I can tell you that whole story later. This is over a decade old now. It came out on April 1st, 2016. This was the first time I got to write about Star Wars. I didn't write about old Star Wars because there'd been a million other devotionals written about Star Wars, but this was new Star Wars. So this was when Force Awakens had just come out, and there was a Hunger Games chapter, the Majin Vegeta chapter. I mean, one of the chapters that caught the most traction was the 4 most Deadpool moments in the Bible, because this was also right when the first Deadpool movie came out. A lot of the Book of Judges in there. On Age of Ultron, I had a guest chapter from a young man on Harry Potter. A lot of Doctor Who in here too. This was the point in the Doctor Who timeline when the 12th Doctor and River Song were at the Towers of Beryllium and the Husbands of River Song. So good. One of their stuff on The Flash, Batman, The Walking Dead, Face the Raven from Doctor Who, Game of Thrones. I wrote about a cosplayer in here named Jackie Kraft, who's one of my favorite people and favorite cosplayers of all time. Halo 5 and Toxic Relationships. There's a guest chapter in here from a dude who was actually in the Divergent movies about Divergent with Daredevil and Jessica Jones. More Doctor Who, Batman versus Superman, Fire Emblem. This one came with a soundtrack. I produced a soundtrack for this where I got nerdy Christian musicians to allow me the rights to their music to do this. So this came with a digital soundtrack for like Five Iron Frenzy, Justin Mitchell, Free Daps, the Just His League, Crumb, and it actually came with a soundtrack. I thought it was so cool. I hate that it's old now because 10 years later, it's kind of outdated, and I have new books, and I need to actually start carrying more new books to shows, and I need shelf space. Everything that's in here you can read for free at faithandfandom.org.